Hey beauties, it is I, your new favorite beauty guru, Sapphire Kiss. And today I will be doing a simple makeup look using my go-to products. So stay tuned, you are now watching To The T Glamour. First things first, I will be starting off with my Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Primer. And yeah, right here I realized I put a little too much on, but that's okay. Rub it in, rub it in, rub it in. And up next we have my Nars foundation in the shade Deep 7 Anguilla. And I absolutely love this foundation. It took me a while to find it. I was taking my time finding shades to match, and it blends in so smooth and it has great coverage. As a melanated girly, I have hyperpigmentation, so this definitely helps with the two-tonedness. So I appear to be one shade of brown, okay? Overall, I give this Nars I'll say a 9 out of 10 because it really feels like I do not have any foundation on my face. Now let's brush our eyebrows, and always spray your brush. I am using Anastasia's Dipbrow in the shade Ebony. With my eyebrows, I always start either in the middle or a little bit behind the beginning of my eyebrow so that the product won't be so harsh. It's not going to blend right. It's not going to look natural. Honestly, I had this for years. I think the only other eyebrow product that I used when I first started doing makeup was the Benefit Brow. I believe that's correct, yeah. But this Anastasia Dipbrow, that's my girl. Love her down. Yeah. And once I'm done filling in my eyebrows, I always go back over the beginning with the brush side so that it can blend in with the rest of the product. Next up, I have my Tarte concealer. This concealer is in the shade 53ND. I love this. Like, I've been looking for a good concealer for a while. My Nars concealer was good, but this one really takes the cake. It's so light, it really doesn't feel like I have anything on my face, just like my Nars foundation. Also, the brush that I am using to apply this concealer is my Rare Beauty brush. It is a angle brush, so it's specifically for concealer. I love this brush too. I may have to get another one, honestly. And with the concealer as well, I do target certain spots, especially under my eyes, to brighten certain areas on my face. Remember to always spray. Spraying for me definitely helps my product blend in better. I will also do my best to list all of the products that I am using in this video in the description down below. And when I put the concealer above my eyebrows, I do not add more product to the brush. I just use whatever concealer is left on the brush to shape the rest of my eyebrows. Now I am using my Fenty Beauty Matchstick for my contour in the shade Caviar. And the brush I'm using is my Morphe concealer brush. My nose bridge is kind of flat, so I use it to define my nose bridge a little more. Now I would tell you exactly what brush this is, but all the letters are faded off, so I do not remember. The letters on this brush is also faded, but I believe it is a Morphe contour brush. Now I will be setting this with my Morphe setting powder, the Bacon Set Brightening Pink Powder, which I do in fact love. At first I was only using either my Fenty Blotch setting powder, which is not really, I wouldn't say it's really like a full setting powder. It's like for when you already have your makeup on and you want to touch up. But before that, I was using my Maybelline Fit Me. If you know, you know. That's elite beginner level setting powder. Now going in with my Morphe translucent Bacon Set powder. And I also know that people like to let it sit for a while. Me personally, 9 times out of 10, I will just blend it in after I put it on. Now, I'm usually not a blush girl. I'm trying to get more into blush, so this will be my first time using blush. And honestly, I love the way that it shows up on my skin. In the past, I haven't used blush because I didn't find a good blush that showed up on this melanin. But the Lip Bar, you know, black owned, okay, I love it. After I put a little bit of blush on, I will be going in with my all-time favorite highlight, the Fenty Beauty Hustler Baby. I used it a little too much, but hey, I'm gonna I'm gonna use what I have. Okay, it's still product is product, even if it's crumbled. I also have my Aaliyah M.A.C palette, and I will be using this for highlight. And yes, shimmer eyeshadow is a good substitute for highlight if you do not have any at the moment. Now going in with my Morphe setting spray, and as you can see, I love to drench my face and get it nice and wet. And now I have my favorite lip liner, Straight Facts by the Lip Bar. This is by far my favorite lip liner. It costs about $10.99, but it doesn't give you a lot of product. That is one thing I do say, but the way it applies, it is so smooth. It's a creamy lip liner. And as you can see, I am making sure that I get all of the product, all of my money's worth, because it is down to the very last bitch. But it costs $10.99, so I'm going to use all of it. Another lip liner that I do recommend if you want to get a more affordable one that gives you more product is my Ruby Kisses Auto Lip Liner. And for the dark skin girlies, I suggest you get the shade Dark Brown. Now going in with my lifter gloss in the shade Amber. This is one of my favorite lip glosses, by the way. And this is also butter smooth. I feel like I'm saying it a lot, but it's true. All of these products are amazing. I love how light this lip gloss is. And of course, I have to top it off with my Broadway Clear Gloss. You can get it at any beauty supply or drugstore. I got these lashes on Temu, and I am sorry, I literally forgot all of the information on these lashes. But if you go on Temu, they have a plethora of different lashes. You can probably find these exact ones. I usually buy them in bulk, so I had these for a while. Now, I recommend always holding a mirror up close when you're applying lashes. I do let my lash glue get tacky, which is not dry, but just a little wet so it can stick on. And if you have to reapply, that's okay. But I recommend for beginners to let it get tacky instead of putting it on wet, because they can get messy. I always like to start in the middle when I am applying my lashes. Then I like to work my way with the corners of my eyes. Sometimes it can be hard to get in there. Just be patient. Don't rush because you may mess up. Once upon a time, this did say Big Ego by Tarte. For this last step, I will be putting on mascara. Putting on mascara helps you blend in your real lashes with the false lashes. That will be all, my beautiful ones. Please make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you like this video and you want to see more of me.